Recording in progress.
Not keep a secret listing. That's why we had to come out with all the rules we came out with. And then lastly, you can't refuse to cooperate on the basis of anyone's protected class. I hate that we even have to talk about this trend, but I also want to know you there are nothing about
Good morning.
I'm just gonna listen to it over the weekend. I don't know.
Okay, no worries.
don't think because it's
Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for being on time, and I'm right on time, but barely. I was driving a little beyond the speed limit. So thank you for being here today. This is Friday at 11 a.m. We're going to start right on time, which is right now. This is a continuation of the client creator training session. Today, we're going to do part 2 of the websites, the lead capture websites or stealth websites. There's all sorts of different names for them these days. So with that being said, I'm going to turn it over to Brandon to continue with the training and part 2 of the website, stealth sites, etc. Okay, Brandon, you're all set?
No problem. Yep. Hello, everybody. Yeah, we're going to continue on. For those, we still get emails about this, so I'm going to cover it like I do in every beginning of the the webinar. To view the old Zoom meetings, or if you missed them, they're in your video library under the Zoom category. So you can get caught up on any of the ones that you've missed. They have all of our series from the very first one that we did up until this one will be on there after we are done today. So we get emails about this quite often, but this is where they are located. But today, yep, we're going to continue on the second section of the lead capture pages. And I'm going to cover, we did the options, which was a majority of the details of the lead capture page setup and modification process. This section is going to be fairly easy because it's going to cover the colors and some of the text and the
trying to show you so you have the information
you can put on there.
I'm trying to
So it won't be too long of a webinar today, but we'll try and get through this. So if you have a lead capture page up, and again, this is your on-page editor, you have a couple different sections on the lead capture page. And obviously, the very background is the background image, and we covered that on the first one. So if you want to put an image up there, you can. The second part is the dark blue section right here. That's the body background of the lead capture page. So when it asks for the colors and the layout, that's the section of the lead capture page. This exclusive of the homes. This is actually a graphic. This is in the header. This part right here, this would be the body text. This part right here would be the form header. And below that, obviously, is the form. You have the form fields, and then you have the submit button that is listed here. So these are just.
Brandon, can you show them where you're talking about that they would do this?
Yep, I'm going to go through each of the sections to show them where to change the colors on them.
Okay.
So, but I just wanted to give you an idea of what each of the sections are, so that we can change this. So the first thing I'm going to do is going to go into the color section, and you see a slide out. So again, these are the areas that we were talking about on here. This background color would be if you
Okay.
did not have an image in the background. You can see we have this scenery with the mountain and the home here. If you did not have a background image, you would change that color by clicking in here and then choosing your background color. And you can choose that by this little color wheel here. It's going to be the same for all of those. If you wanted to put it as a blue, you would make that change there, and then you would just hit save. Now, again, this is not going to change. You're going to see the page is going to refresh, and it's not going to change anything. That's because we have a background image on here. But again, if you don't want to have an image and you just want to have the plain background color, you can have that there. The next one would be the body background. That's going to be that center section that's dark blue. And you'll see that here, same thing, color wheel. Let's say we want to make it a light green or do something like that. We can change that to anything. I'm going to put it back, but I just want to show you. If you hit save and then it refreshes, you'll see it changes to a ugly green color. So that's where the body background color comes in. So I'm just going to put that back so it's nicer. And then you see it refreshes back in. And then the form text color, that is the color of this text right here and in your form. So if you click on that, you'll see that it's a white text. You can change that to a dark text. Be careful with this one, because if you change it to a different color, it may not be able to be seen in the form field. So typically, unless you want to make sure it's changed, you want to put it as a white color. You want to make sure it has a white background so that people can see it. The submit button, we're working down here in this, yes, I want this list button. So the submit button has a text color as well, and you can change that. Let's say we want to make that a red. I can scroll down here and choose the red. We could slide this up there and make it a nice bright red. See the change, and then I'll hit save. And you'll see that yes, I want this list is going to refresh, and then there it is, nice bright red. So,
Judy Goldberg, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said her name, but wants to know, where do they find this image again? She probably came in a little late, so she's not sure. I don't know if you want to back up, just remind her.
I did not go over the image. The image is covered in the options section for the lead capture page part 1.
I mean, not the image. I'm talking about, I think she's talking about the web page itself.
This is just our test one that we have on our test account, but all the lead capture pages are listed under the website listings.
Website listing.
So the next part is the submit button color we covered. The next one's going to be the submit button color. So this yellow here, again, we can change that. Scroll down here. We can make that any color we want. Just going to choose a green again. I'll change it back after it's done. And you'll see it refreshes, and there it changes your button color. So just some colors that you can change and modify on here pretty quickly. The one thing we try to do sometimes with our marketing team, we'll try to make sure that the marketing colors match your branding and your layout. Again, we're trying to make sure there's a consistent look across all of your lead capture pages and the marketing material that goes into our system here. So that covers the colors in the lead capture page. The next one's going to be the text. And again, we covered some of the sections of the text. But if you click on this, you're going to have your header text, which is where this graphic is, the subheader text, which is going to be below that, the body text, and the thank you text. The header text, if you click on that, you'll see it's got the image on here. But if I wanted to replace that, this is test header text. Let's say I want to make this, make it impact. Actually, that's not a good format, Arial. Let's say I want to make it 36 point, and I'm going to actually make it a little bit lighter because it's going to not show up in the, if I make it the dark. As I said, some of the text is going to be, but you can just see that this is header text now. So it replaced the image with the header text on there. So pretty simple there. Then you have the body text, which is where this luxury California homes is. Sorry, I didn't show you that. Go into the body text. And you can change that as well. You can put anything on here, that you want. This is the body text. Let's say I want to change that color as well. We'll make that I'm picking on green, but I'm going to make that a green just so everybody can see the change on here. And we'll make it we'll change the text on here. So make it, oh, I hit that wrong, sorry. But just changes the body text on here. Apologize that it's sitting in there. But it's pretty easy to make those changes. And again, this is all set up by our team, so you don't have to do anything. But if you wanted to create your own lead capture page and customize it a little bit, this is how you'll do it with this on-page editor. And the next section, obviously, is going to be the thank you text. The thank you text is what displays after somebody engages on the lead capture page. So if they sign up and then they're not redirected to a website or anything like that, this will display temporarily. It'll be like 2 or 3 seconds. Actually, I think it's 3 to 5 seconds, and then they'll get redirected. But this gets displayed into their page after they engage. So you can customize that as much as you want. This is our typical thank you information. You can see it just says thank you for being interested in your exclusive home list. Our professional agent will reach out to you, surely touch base, yada yada yada. But again, you can customize this as however you see fit. Typically with our lead capture pages, when we set them up, we'll put your information in there in a way for a client to get in contact with you. The next section is going to be the forms section. So that's where the name, email address, cell phone number section is. So we click on that right up here and you'll see the options slide out here. Again, we went over this, but the header text is this, the form header text is this area here. So if you wanted to click on that and change it, you want to put anything in there additional, add your own verbiage, whatever it may be to get them to fill out the information below. This is where you will cover that. Just to cover a couple of these options in here in case people are not familiar with a word processor. It's kind of like Microsoft Word or whatever you've used probably before, but you have your formats. These are just different fonts that you can choose from, the bold, italicized. This is the alignment if you want to left align it or center alignment, which this currently is. You can see it's centered in the page, or if you wanted to right align it. Justify spreads it out across the page. You could put bullet numbers on it, a number list, everything you want to do here. If you have an image that you want to upload, you saw that we replaced that one image previously, but if you wanted to put an image below here, you could just click on this, hit upload image, you'll choose the file, and then whatever image you choose from your computer will appear here. And you can add images, anything you want to to the lead capture page as needed. And you can do this on.
Yeah, basically, you guys, you can do anything you want to do to personalize your lead capture pages in every conceivable possible way that you might want to. However, with that being said, the ones that we've already done for you, I wouldn't change them much. We know they work the way they are, and they're all legible. They're formatted in the colors that are your colors most of the time, whenever we can. So these are just all the things that you can do, not that you really should do. Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, like I said, try to tell you that we're just going over the options that are available for you with our system. But with your service, you do not need to do any of that. Our team is taking care of that for you. But that's not to say you want to create your own lead capture page. Maybe you want to test it out, and go ahead, have at it. You can do anything you want to it. You can't break the system. So if you can go through and let's say you create the page and it just looks crappy at the end, just delete it and remove it. It's pretty easy. So yeah, you can pretty much do anything in the layout of the lead capture pages. The next is the form fields, and this is the name, email address, cell phone number, and this is where you'll add that information. So you'll see it's got the name, and this is a required field, and it's saying yes, email address, excuse me, email address and cell phone number. Let's say I wanted to remove that cell phone number. I can go ahead and hit delete here, and it's going to confirm. I'm going to remove it, and then I'll save that, and it'll close. And then when we refresh, you'll see that the cell phone number is gone. But we're going to go back in. We're going to add that back in. So I'm going to go back in here. You'll see cell phones no longer listed in here. So I'm going to add that field. And these are some pre-listed ones that you can add in here. These are different cell phone fields that you can, or I'm sorry, form fields that you can add into your lead capture page. We got quite a few on here. Should cover pretty much everything. But we're going to add the cell phone number back in here. So we're going to drag this to here. And you'll see it says add form on there. And we're going to add that form field. You'll see it's back. Now, you'll notice it doesn't say that it's required. I forgot to select that. So I'm going to go in and I'm going to change it. I'm going to put required and hit save. Now you'll see that it's required. Hit save and we're done. Adds that back in there. So that's how easy it is to add and remove form fields into your system, to require a field, to not require a field. We do get asked this a lot with the lead capture pages and what we require and what we do not require. Well, to give you a summary, these are the 3 things that we require in order for anybody to move through a lead capture page: name, email address, cell phone number. If we choose any of these other ones that are on here, asking price, city, price range desired, we do not require those. Sometimes if we ask for more information, if they don't want to provide it at the current time, or maybe want to talk to you first, we give them that option. We don't want to require them to to have that field be filled out before they can submit, their information. So yeah, the only ones that are typically required are the name, email address, and cell phone number. We want to give you the communication option to get in contact with them. And that's primarily the main thing on the lead generation, is just generating that contact information for you. Okay, the next thing is the submit button text, and it's very similar to the other things. You can change this here. We give you different options here. Let's say you have a sign up now, or send, submit, get it now. You would just basically drag this over to here and put it in here and hit add button. And then it'll change the verbiage for the submit button to sign up now. So pretty easy. We try to make it very user friendly so that you can manage this on your own. The next section covers the forms. So we should be able to add and remove any form fields that you like, and customize your buttons, colors, all of that stuff. The next part is the statistics of your lead capture page. So we're basically going to provide you with some basic statistics on a lead capture page. How many people visited it, how many people engaged on it, and how many leads were generated on it. Now, obviously, this is just our test one, so it's only going to be me. But this is going to show you all of that information. Now, the reason there's a reset button in here is maybe you have some mailers that you use that you just mailed out, and you want to track how many people are coming to the site and if people are engaging. So, if that mailer was scheduled to start going out tomorrow morning, you would want to come and reset this so that clears out all your previous statistics, and it'll start to track if if that's working, if you're getting the engagement, if people are coming to the site, but they're not generating through the with the lead. So it provides some information for that. Statistics with this are very basic. It's only going to provide that information through Client Creator. If you are comfortable and you're a little more savvy and want detailed statistics on your ads, your lead capture pages, the keywords, mobile devices that are being used, how they're finding you, all of that, you would need to get Google Analytics. That's the only type of system that we can get integrated with Client Creator that will provide your complete data with Client Creator. Again, this is going to be for somebody who's pretty tech savvy or has some familiarity with how to navigate Google Analytics. There's a lot involved with it, and it is very, very strong tool to use. Now, we do not provide that support with Client Creator. It's well beyond what Client Creator and our team can do. But there's obviously a lot of good online and YouTube, and we provide that information here for you. If you want to add Google Analytics, this is a great tutorial video on YouTube that walks you through step by step on how to do it. There's also a great support team here for Google that will help you with any questions that you have as well. And once you generate the code on Google Analytics, this is what it looks like. It'll be like with a script. You'll see some data in there, and that's what needs to be supplied to our support team so that they can integrate Google Analytics with you. Again, I got to cover this. You do not need it. You do not need Google Analytics. Our team takes care of the tracking and all of that type of stuff with your marketing and your keywords. But if you want to see the data, you want to see the ad placement and see who's engaging, who's not engaging, what's happening, Google Analytics is going to be what you need to incorporate into your system. Now, we might be able to answer some questions, some of the more common ones, but if it's really something about how to do something, we're going to refer you to the Google Analytics or maybe supply you with a YouTube training video so that you can get more, better instructions than what our team can provide to you. Okay, the last one is the preview page. Once you are all done with this and you want to see what it looks like for your clients, it's going to be the preview. It's going to take you right to a live lead capture page. It's going to generate it for you and display the page for you as it is. And then you can just see the final result of everything you've done. Obviously, we did a lot of changes to it, some good, some bad, obviously, but as you make those changes, it will produce it to your live site, and you'll be able to see exactly what your client will see.
Hey, Brandon, okay to ask a couple quick questions?
Sure, of course. Yeah, I covered
Okay.
pretty much everything there.
Okay, here's the first question. It says, I don't see the lead captured page on my social media page or in any of the posts that have been generated. Can you explain how pop-ups, how they pop up when someone views our social media? I have not been able to view it in any of my platforms.
Yeah, so I'm assuming that when we do I might be able to set it up through here. When we do our ads, your posts are going to look similar to this on your social media. And this is what people are going to engage with, and it's going to take them to your lead capture page. So if you should be having these types of posts or posts similar to this on your social media pages, whether it be your Facebook business page or your Twitter or your Instagram, LinkedIn, but all of those are going to be posted across your social media pages. If you go on and again, make sure you're not looking at your personal page, you're looking at your Facebook business page, because we don't post to your business page. We don't post to your personal account, we post to your business page. So sometimes people don't understand that your Facebook personal news feed is different than your Facebook business page. So just make sure you're going to your business page feed to look at those ads. But I can pretty much assure you that you're getting those ads displayed for you.
Okay, next question. To publish this, we need to complete the Realtor setup.
I'm not understanding. The Realtor setup is your Realtor setup for our marketing team. But so yes, if you just signed up and you need to get your account activated and our team set up on those lead capture pages, then yes, you need to complete the Realtor setup.
Okay, I think they're talking about publishing that page that we made the changes on.
No. To publish a page, you just click on that preview. It'll publish all of your information, all of your page, your changes on there. Remember, we just clicked on. We would go back into this page, and if you hit preview, it's going to publish you the live page so that you can see your changes. You don't have to go in the Realtor setup for that.
Okay, last question for right now. Do we need a separate Google Analytics account for each site you create?
Good question. Very good question. No, you get one Google Analytics account And then that will get applied to your client creator account. So that will show you all of the activity that's happening across all of your lead capture pages in your system. So yes, you only need one Google Analytics account set up, and then you send us the code. If you want to and you're comfortable with it, you can add the code. It's under your account section. If you click on account, you'll see options, and then you see that Google Analytics right there. Just click on that, and that's where you're going to put your code in. Notice we put on here, it should start with this script and end with /script. So be careful with this, because if you don't put the correct code in there with the correct endings, it can mess up the pages. So again, if you're comfortable with it and you want to do it and you want to update your code, by all means, you can go do that there. If you're not exactly sure what to put in there, send us the code and we'll make sure that the correct information is in there.
Okay, a couple more quick questions. How do I integrate my IDX? I am with CRMLS.
We really don't integrate with any type of IDX. The IDX would only be used for sending people a home list after they engage. So if somebody's if they're a first-time home buyer and you want to generate a list of homes that might be suitable for a first-time home buyer, whatever your market area or whatever they're looking for, you would communicate that directly to them. We don't provide any home lists through Client Creator or anything like that. That would be part of your follow-up process.
Okay, but IDX they can sign up for, correct?
Yeah, you can sign up for the IDX with Client Creator. And again, it's only going to provide you with a way to send clients a list of homes. If you have a way to generate homes that are for sale already, you do not need to sign up for the Client Creator IDX. It's only for those who don't have access to an IDX already through their brokerage. And they want to get, purchase ours at a reasonable rate. But if you have an IDX through your brokerage already and you have a way to send clients list of homes for sale, then you do not need to sign up for that.
Okay, how many ads can you expect across various platforms with different budgets?
Well,
that's a loaded question.
Yeah, it all depends on your marketing budget. I'll go through the basics of a marketing budget, and it's not exactly for everybody, but most areas. A $100 marketing budget per month, we would take that and break that into weeks. Obviously, it's going to be about $25 per week. The typical ad running per day is between $650 and $750 a day. So obviously, your ads running consistently for a $100 budget are going to be 2.5 days, just about, maybe. So that's how marketing is used, and that's how we manage the marketing budget. So obviously, the more your ads can be in displayed and on rotation, the better off your leads are going to be generated. But yeah, based on your marketing budget, our team manages it, on a weekly basis so that we can have ads running throughout the month. But they just might not be running, all the time throughout the week, because the marketing budget would be exhausted pretty quickly.
Yeah, that's it. We have members that have used the budget from $50 to $2,000 a month, and I'm not trying to get you to spend more money, but the amount of leads that you see generated is really in direct proportion to the budget that you've set up for Google Analytics or Google AdWords.
Yeah, and that is also going to play in the fact of how many ads we can run simultaneously as well. And with a $100 budget, which is a good budget, don't get me wrong, a good budget will generate buyer and seller leads for you, but we'd only be able to do basically one ad per week with that type of budget. We would rotate it that way. And mix it up throughout the month, but it would only be able to run one ad per week.
Okay, do you post to Instagram? I've seen the ads on my Facebook business page, and they are linked, but no posts from Client Creator going on my Instagram.
Yeah, if you have you should have your Facebook linked to your Instagram. And if you do not, then that's why they might not be going to your Instagram. But yeah, you should be check your setup section to see if our team has reached out to you to get your Facebook account integrated with your Instagram. But that would be down under your realtor setup. I'm going to go back to the main page, and you'll see social media, and then you'll see Instagram and information in here. So make sure that that is updated, and then it is integrated with your Facebook business page. So if you don't have a message, you can reach out to our support team. If you're not getting a support post to your Instagram, to see why it's not happening, and we'll look into that for you.
Okay, last question. So when a lead signs up to receive a list of homes, Client Creator automatically sends that to them? Question mark.
No, no, we do not send any list of homes or any homes for sale. That would be part of your follow-up process.
Right. So some of it's up to you. We do everything automated as best we can.
Yeah, up until the point where you generate the lead. We're working for you up until the point where the lead's generated. From that point on, you take over. You do your follow-up process. I mean, they're enrolled in the drip campaigns and the Monday morning coffee as part of a communication process that our system will send out. But you as the realtor take over once that lead is generated, and try to convert them to a client, whether they're a buyer or a seller, or providing them a list of homes, whatever it may be. So yeah, we're working for you up until the point where that lead is generated, and that's where your training and your realtor expertise will take over.
Yeah, now just to mention though, on the What's Their Home Worth websites, or the free home valuation, and that they get an instant home valuation. So there's really not anything else you can do on that. Or if you want to do, you can create a different type of CMA, like one of the really pretty ones that comes with your MLS. Most MLSs have that cloud CMA, and that's pretty nice. But they get the estimate of value with the beautiful Google map and the comparables that were used, and gives them the estimate of value. So that's done for you automatically, and for them, they get it in like, I don't know, 30 seconds. It's very, very fast. Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
it's pretty quick. Yeah, the CMA, again, is provided from public data. That's based on the address that they provide. So, if you want to go more in depth with the CMA, do as Rand suggests. But it just provides them with the CMA is going to provide them with the data that our system is able to collect on the internet and through public data, and different websites that provide that type of information.
And we use a lot of sources to be able to get as accurate an assessment of value as we can. But still, you got to remember, it's just an estimate of value. Okay, it's not an exact science, this determining the market value of something. It's a process, and it's where you do the total market overview, and you show them all the homes that are currently for sale but compare to theirs, and the ones that didn't sell. And where we put the most emphasis is on those that have sold, how long it took, etc. So you give them an overview, because there's lots of opinions, only one set of facts, and you're going to look at the facts of record, and together you'll determine a pricing strategy to sell their home for the highest price possible. So if you don't know what any of that was I was just talking about, you should, in your download, you can view the video again on the listing presentation, which was done on the end of the last part of day 1. Okay. All right. Brandon, I think we can get out of the questions for now. We did all but a couple.
Yep, no, we're good. I covered the lead capture page, and we're half hour in, so we're good. I don't want to start a new product, but next week we're going to cover the email and text campaigns, and I'll show you all the features and bells and whistles in that process as well. So that'll continue on the training, and that's actually going to be one of the last sections in the system, and then we'll go over some of the other little features that you may or may not be aware of.
Okay, a couple more quick questions in, and then we'll close it out. Sure. It says, why do I get leads from outside my area?
It's not uncommon. When our marketing system sets up, we do the first 30 days is typically your market area with maybe about a 10 to 15 mile radius around each one. When we set that up, we're trying to get as much data as we possibly can to generate and build clicks. And then after the first 30 days, we tighten that up. We'll go either a 5 mile radius around your market area, or we'll do city only if we have enough. But yeah, we're trying to generate some clicks, some engagement, but we try not to go too far out. Now, if you're getting stuff far outside your market area, that could be because people are just finding you naturally, because we're doing so much posting and so much integration with your social media and submitting your websites with SEO that people find you naturally, just by doing a Google search, and they may or may not be within their area. But for your paid marketing, in the marketing budget, we only work with the market area that you provide to us, with a small radius around that. But the fact that you're getting leads, outside of your area just means your exposure on the internet is good, and people are engaging and people are able to find you. So, if you're not able to help them, or you don't know a realtor that's in that area, you can just contact them and let them know that you're not able to help them, and you can remove that lead from your system.
Okay, just one other thing to remember too, with all the activity that we're generating for you, all the posting and so on, it's going to move you up the search engine results. So more people are going to find you, because the more active you are with the way the Google's algorithms work, it moves you up the chain. So you might never have been on page 1 of the Google search results in your area, but you might be by now, or you soon will be. See, the longer you are more active online, the better the results you'll get in the Google searches when they're just doing a generic search, like homes for sale in Carmel, things like that. So just remember, and if it's out of the state or out of the country even, don't worry about those leads. They came in just because of the Google search results. They found you by accident or on purpose. Okay. It says, once I have the Monday morning coffee, do I need to send it to those who have opted in, or does it generate on its own?
Yeah, if you're new clients and get added to the Monday morning coffee automatically. And as people opt in, they get added to the system automatically. So technically, the only thing you need to do is, if somebody requests not to receive the Monday morning coffee, you would remove them from that. But as your new clients come in and your Monday morning coffee is active, they all get sent the Monday morning coffee each week.
And believe me, it's going to be one of the things they love to do. Okay, I think we have the last question. Do you believe it? Do we need to give out our page login and passwords? Whoa, I don't think so.
The only thing you'll need to update is your Twitter account information, Instagram account information, and your LinkedIn. And again, that's under your Realtor setup. So we don't really see that information. It just gets integrated with your account, and as long as it gets as long as we are able to make a successful connection to it, it gets updated. But you provide that in the Realtor setup. For that information, we don't see it or anything like that. It just gets integrated with your account. But you'll see that under your social media section of the Realtor setup.
Okay, last question is for me. It says, what is the best way to market for expired listings? Do you have a webinar? No, but here's what I do have. In one of the coaching calls that we have on Thursdays, those are the coaching calls that I do by myself, giving you new materials and systems and strategies to use. To get the materials for each one of those calls, and I believe the expired is in folder number 3, call number 3. Okay, and there is a link to the recording of each call. So if you missed any of them, I know it gets confusing, but in that call 3, and let me back up. Here's where you go to download the information for all of the coaching calls, which are different than the client creator calls. Those are every Thursday at 11 a.m. So you would go to myrealtybiz.com. MyRealtyBiz as in zebra. Okay, My Realty Biz. I don't know what's going on. I hope you're still connected. That we're still connected. Oh, good. He's going to it. Okay, that's what it looks like when you get there. Under choose event, okay, there's really only one choice. Download materials for the coaching calls. Select that, and then the password is all lowercase COACH, coach. Okay, and it says get event materials. And there you'll see the four folders for each one of the 4 calls that we do weekly. And we just finished the last one. But let's go into folder 3, coaching call 3 folder, and see if we, yeah, there it is. It's the second item from the top. It says final expired system. That has everything from soup to nuts. It gives you everything to be able to dominate expired. Expired listings are so easy, you guys. They're so easy because they're predisposed to paying a commission, correct? Okay, their home was on the market and didn't sell, so they're a little bit, PO'd. I haven't used that language in a long time. They're a little bit upset that they had it listed with an agent, but that's good. You want them a little upset because you are your solution. You're their solution, aren't you? You should be, you should believe you are, because you can help them get their home sold. Now that expired system has everything self-contained within it. You don't even need a computer really to do it, but that helps. So it goes through in detail. Here's what you send out to them, and here's why. Okay, and here's what you need to know about it. So I've tried to make it soup to nuts. Go in, download that, follow it, and you can't help but have great results. It's based on a 10-touch system. So you will have touched them 10 times over your marketing cycle for expired listings. And believe me, when you touch people with good information 10 times, okay, once a week, they remember you, and you're the only one that's doing anything proactively to earn their business. Remember, all you're looking for is the opportunity to do a listing presentation so that you can get hired. That's all I'm looking for in all the marketing. I just want to get face to face with them so I have a shot at being able to secure the business. And again, that's when we have to put ourselves in a position to generate revenue. Okay, I think that's it for this time. We're going to sign off. We will see you next week at the same time, same place. Thank you all very much for your patience. Have a great day. Bye-bye.